In this episode of Voice Votes, we are at the JNU campus, a campus which is known for inspiring free, left-centric political thinking, a campus which has given India leaders like Prakash Karat, Sitaram Yechuri. I am with 6 students, budding students, perhaps politicians of tomorrow. And I begin by asking them that when they go to cast their vote in 2014, what exactly will you guys vote for? What are you voting for? Governance, growth? Are you voting against corruption? What will you be voting for?
See, in this particular election, there's this notion that development suddenly has become, the key word or the buzzword of the elections. But from our standpoint, and I'm a representative of the Students' Federation of India, the main question is whose development?
In 2014 election is a vote against bogus claims of the Modi framework, which has in all over the country has spread the falsified campaigns of Gujarat model.
Do you think that history will be important here? Do you think 2002 will still remain and play a big role in the voters' mind, or can Modi be absolved of 2002 just because he has a Gujarat model for him?
Firstly, I think one needs to talk about the Gujarat development model. I think it's a big lie being propagated by those corporate bodies who have been given land in Gujarat at throwout price, displacing the farmers. What is the truth of Gujarat development model? In the last 5 years, the growth of employment in Gujarat has been just a little above 0%. And the Modi model is no different, absolutely no different from the Manmohan model. Communalism is a very much a matter of the present time, and definitely vote should not be and cannot be won over dead bodies of people. People have died in Gujarat.
It is dubious. How can you compare Manmohan Singh's 10-year achievements with Modi's Gujarat? It is a comparison which is a comparison of macrosm with microsm. So how can you compare Modi with Manmohan? First thing I would like to say, who can be compared with Modi? Modi is authoritarian. If you are respecting the democratic and procedural ethos of constitutional democracy in India, you have to fight at every point of time. If you are doing politics at national level, you should fight against authoritarianism, which is against the democratic ethos of our country. Number one, who is authoritarian? Is it Manmohan Singh or is it Kejriwal? You will find the ethos of authoritarian ethos of Modi in Kejriwal.
Perhaps corruption for the first time has taken center stage in this elections 2014, and a lot of credit has to be given to Arvind Kejriwal for that. Do you think that corruption will play on your mind when you cast your vote?
Definitely, corruption will be an issue, but then corruption is not the only issue, in the sense how the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal has put forward the slogan of the fight against corruption is totally inadequate in my view, because the policies that the ruling parties in the past 20 years have championed in this country, they are at the very root of the big ticket corruption that we have seen in this country. For instance, it has to do with the handing over of common property, public property, at throwaway prices to big corporates in this country. Without addressing the root issue of neoliberal policy framework, we cannot just wish away corruption in a simplistic manner like the Aam Aadmi Party.
Do you think 2014 could be the grand debut of the Aam Aadmi Party with Arvind Kejriwal at its helm?
I do not think so, and I do not, especially after what has happened in Delhi. People are extremely disappointed in the manner in which, from our side, it wasn't a great surprise to us, because as what Subin already mentioned, that their understanding of the problem is too simplistic. Yeah. They try to make a differentiation between capitalism and what they think is crony capitalism, and this particular understanding that there are good people and bad people in capitalism, and not seeing it as a structural problem.
No discussion around election 2014 can be complete without discussing Rahul Gandhi. You might love him, you might hate him, but can you deny that he's a well-intended politician when he's talking about cleaning the political party, which is Congress?
There is no meaning to comment on his intention. He thinks the people of this country, the so-called largest democracy, all of them are fools. He himself is in Congress party. His family has been running this country for last 65 years. And then he says that I am against the system. Which system are you against?
A person within the dynasty is condemning the dynasty.
Can you point out any place where politics is thrived without dynasty? Right from Britain. They are symbolizing the royal dynasty. You go to China, there are princelings. I am against dynastic politics. National Students Union of India is a elected students body which is having regular elections done on the basis of which the leaders are emerged. So Rahul Gandhi has brought that change.
So you can make a point about Rahul Gandhi's talk about women's empowerment. If he was serious about women's empowerment, the bare minimum he could have done is to get the women's reservation bill passed. What has he done so far for that purpose?
Very quickly, on a scale of 10, how much would you give Rahul Gandhi and how much would you give Narendra Modi?
Mine minus.
For both of them?
Same. I mean, negatives.
To both of them?
Yes.
Should be negative 10.
I think both do not deserve to be a politician because those don't have a sense of even democracy cannot be a politician, and also mine is a minus for both.